We are live again 3 times in a row within a span of an half an hour due to my beautiful network of Airtel over here. So I don't want to paste again this URL on LinkedIn and Twitter because every time I paste it, the stream ends unexpectedly and I have to again, you know, let me just do this. So here we have file changes and all. So we want to make it more readable. That's why we are creating this thing because we will return it from the function. Okay. Now I have this message that is file change. Right. So this message has all the thing, and this change info has this thing. Uh, all the changes in a file. Right. I think we are going good. Yeah, this time we are good. This time we are good. All right. So we have a message over here, and we have change info over here. Uh, Now what is this issue that we are facing over here? It says use struct literal syntax. ठीक है. And return file change status. You might want to return this value. Found file change. I expected this. Found this. Anyways. Is this method calculate current action now? Okay, file change status. We are expected this, but we are making this and pushing this add by the add of this thing. We need to see the mistake that we did here. The issue that we are facing is due to because I have used this return inside the loop. I need to make sure the loop ends run properly and after this thing. So here I can do this thing. Now the error will hopefully go. Let me do this cargo watch. Okay, I have this thing. Now let me just share this URL. I think the stream is going well again. Let me just go. Let me delete the old post. Delete the old post. Delete post. Delete. Delete. Okay. Now I can. All right. So no. Here it is, right? All right. Any? Okay. This part is done. Checked if we are calling it over here, right? And this is called by here, right? Handle content change. अब इसको सर्च करते हैं यहाँ पे. यहाँ पे हमें चाहिए this thing. Message changes defined here. So what? So what? Hmm, no problem. File changes. expected value found struct what what do we have here? Message. um, Guys, please let me know if the stream is going well, and also please come on chat, let's hang out. So we have response, file status, right? New content change. We have file status. Hmm. File status dot modified. Here is this function check diff. Check diff is returning file changes. File change status. So maybe we can do that result equal to this and println result for changes to this does not implement debug thread because we removed it. Uh, let's remove this thing. So let's search for file changes. We need to use hash derive debug. Let's copy this thing. All right, we have change info as well. So change info is never used. Neither we have used message, neither we have used change info. Though we set them here, right? We set them here on the check diff. This thing, change info and message. So if I return this thing, it's storing. Let's test this first. We can always make it better later. Uh, we have so this will be act as new file right now. Let me just delete this thing. So let me say this is a test. So, so it will be a new file, right? Now, if I do it again, this is a test and is updated. Now let's see what happens. So yes, new line added. Okay, now if I want to remove this, now this thing is looking like very ugly right now. We'll structure something. We'll create more structs and all to make it an kind of human readable form. I mean, it's easy to debug, but okay. Now let's remove this thing. What happens? Let's see. Now I will remove this thing. I will remove and I will only use this. So let's see. First of all, let's make it this thing. So as you can see, I'm getting line removed. So it means it is checking line by line. Line removed, right? Old content, new content, line removed. Okay, now I don't have any, I think old content I don't have. I didn't mention that thing, right? Old item and new item I had. Old item. Old item is, this is the old item. And new content is this. So we have removed, so it will be this. Old content A, then I removed A. Okay, then I removed test. Then yeah, so line remove. So it is working. But let's make it some readable, maybe some line number and all and all. Okay. So what we do? Uh, here I can see, here I can make few changes. I have change info and it is a changes of this thing. So I have this message string that is okay. We can have line number as well. Let's not do this. We can have it can be of type added, removed, right? Whatever we did. So we need to maintain an enum as well. That's what we like. That's we did for previous thing. Derive uh, change type. We can say added, removed, added, removed, or no change. No change. So people, if you are watching this, and please let me know from where are you watching and are you currently learning Rust and all, or just so I don't think stream is going well. I can see on my like OBS it's going crazy. I have poor stream health that is showing here. Hmm. Okay, now on the file changes part, what we'll do, we can have the type as change type, right? Uh, what is the issue here? So we can have these things like added, remove, modify, or no change. Yes, now it's going good. So guys, if you are watching it, please let me know. What's your tech stack and what are you working on currently? Let's hang out. I know the stream is shitty, but so change type. I've created enum and say change type is change type. Now I have this message over here that is a long string that says this entire thing, and I have change type as well. Okay. Uh, we can also add, I mean, if you want, we can say line number here as well. I mean, whatever we can do this. And on the change info where we have this array of line number message, because so now line number is for every change that we are, so that's why I kept it over here. This message over here will have string that is, and this change type will be either it is add, the line has been added, removed, or something like that. Okay, here I can use this thing like old line, that's what we did earlier if you remember, right? And new line, right? This is what we did. Okay, guys, if you're watching this, let me know what's your take on this thing that I'm doing. Feel free to ask questions, and let me know from where are you watching this. I can see there are 5 concurrent viewers. I don't know if the stat is like either you guys left or something, or it's showing me the old stat. But if you are there, let me know. Say hi on the chat. Let me share this on Twitter as well. All right, new line change info, and on the each change we are mentioning line number, message, string, and all. Okay, now let's go and change this thing. So on the file change, I have this thing message, right? On the file change, I have message. Good work. Hello, Pragyan. How are you? What you're doing? So I'm just asking, how did you like watch this stream? Are you surfing on YouTube or you just get here by LinkedIn or Twitter? Also, please let me know if the stream is going good. I have like restarted this stream 3 times, so I just deleted those 2 streams from my studio. Hello, hello. How are you all? How are you doing? So I have this now. Though we have added these like change type and line number on this thing. Let's. Hello guys, how you all doing? I think my stream is there is some lag. Yes, I'm using NeoVim. And I'm using a template from Astro and Vim. I make some changes for LSP and all, but I'm using their template, Astro and Vim. I use mouse though. So, how you guys doing? What are you doing today? And how is life going? So let's add these things here. Uh, so we have to add line number as well, right? So for line number, what we'll do, line number is running on this max bound, right? So this is the line number. Now max bound is the maximum of lines of both the two files, old or new. Whoever has this function of standard library max does that CMP, and it has associated function max over here. So it returns the maximum of both the files. So currently these files have read 2 lines. This method dot lines dot collect, it breaks the string based on the new line and then collect it into a vector, and I'm reading the length of vector whoever is greater. Okay, so this thing I have these lines, so it will start from 0. So line number will be always not from 0, right? So we say I plus 1. The third thing that we added is message line number and change type. So now this it is modified, so we say use the enum change type modified. So we are good now. Old content, new content, this thing is, and like very it is looking ugly over here, right? Even to debug I have to like do this thing, right? If the line is added, it says new line added and all. We'll let's do this thing, remove this thing over here from here. Let's go plain first, we'll modify it later, and we can do the beautification later. So How you guys doing? What the fuck, why? What's the point of Vim then? No, I was just using, I mean, I'm not a very hardcore user of like this Vim and all, but this thing I find it like crazy good. So, yeah, I was using VS Code like from the 6 to 7 years. But I thought if I'm switching the language, so why don't make it a progress, So just start like doing other things as well, change the ID and all. I will go there slowly. So are you like the excellent user of Vim? What suggestion would you give for a Rust beginner? Just like uh, start learning Rust, start building small application, start from small, then gradually like do open source contribution. Open source contribution because uh, there won't be much like job opportunities as a beginner, so you need to compete with the experienced one. So open source is the only way where you can see how this thing is working and what is the practices over there. But start building your own applications first. Go through the Rust official books and just start building. Pranav, are you learning Rust? Uh, so old content, new content, right? Let's do this thing. If I have old item, new item, so I can say old item because it is modified. So I will say this, then a new line, uh, maybe this. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so I mean, you can start building something. So start from small, and then you will learn a lot while building. That's the only way. So how is the stream going? Is it okay? Do you find any lag? I think you should. I have read Rust book and I'm clear of all Rust topic like macros, lifetimes and all, but I feel like I'm stuck at one point. Could you suggest some projects to work on? You can do like so. Let me just tell you one thing. So whatever. So first of all, are you a complete beginner in this software development, or if you have already worked on the some tech stack like Node, React, or something like that? So whatever you see any API there, just start recreating that part in Rust. It is the basic way to start, right? Because you already have that architecture and these logics in mind. You only need to implement it in Rust. So the way I did was I have all my APIs and API functionalities like the middlewares that I wrote in Node.js, like the authentication part and all. I have recreated those on in Rust using ActiveSwap. I use ActiveSwap on the Rust backend part. Yeah, same. So I am also from the web dev background. So I did it like that way. So instead of looking like for any project idea and all, I see it in front of me. Whatever I have it in my Node.js. Even if you don't work on Node.js, you have some senior or something like that. Just ask them what this function does and all middlewares and all. Try to implement those things over there. Just read the top like from the top what this architecture does, how this thing is working. So let's suppose there is a middleware called auth. What it does is whenever you pass a cookie from the front end, it first of all extract it, then it checks for like split those from the bearer keyword, and then with the just like in Node.js, if you have created or hashed it, then it will check with the library bcrypt or something like that. So what you do on the Rust part, you try to find out some kind of library just like bcrypt does, because definitely we are not going to implement that thing from scratch in Rust, right? So try to do that. There are like plenty of libraries available, the crates available. You do that and try to implement that thing in Rust. And once you create a middleware, then try to create a server in Rust using anything Exum or Rocket or ActiveWeb, and then try to recreate that entire Node.js part over there, at least one endpoint. So you can start from there. Slowly you will like you can create your entire backend, replicate that Node.js process. It will be hard at first, but you can do. Okay. Message format, right? So I need to implement this over here as well, right? So if there are no changes, then I will break. So right, now if there is no old file changes, but this there is some changes on the new file. We got some item on the new file. So that means the line has been added. So I'm using this. So I need to add few things over here. That is line number, right? So it will be I plus 1. So I plus 1. So are you building anything, Pranav, right now in Rust? And please let me know if the stream is going well. I can see that you guys are able to chat, so it means it is going well. So currently, like after this thing, so what I'm planning on this project is currently I'm watching for any, not right now, but I am into Solana. So learning Rust for Solana. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so you can like create smart contracts over there to like practice your Rust part. Currently doing some experiment with macros. Okay. What experiment like are you? I mean, custom macros and all. Is it what you are trying to say? So let's do this. So I have line number. I need to define a change type as well. So change type will be change type added, added. Now again, we can do this thing. So instead of writing this entire thing, you can simply say this. Remove this thing as well, right? New item. Do it for this as well. Let's copy this thing and let's replace this part. Line number I plus 1. So it is removed. It is removed. So we'll do old item, and I need to edit few things over here. It says new line, old line, and all, right? New line. So if I go over here, yeah, writing custom macros and all, great. So I have old line. I think this line, but it's not line because line has this inside this scope. But I should have content as well, right? I should have content. So I have previous content and new content, and we need to convert it on this string. So guys, if you, I mean, like this stream, please make sure to like, and maybe we could hit, can we hit 250 subs? I don't know. Please let me know. I mean, what kind of content would you like to see in future as well? I mean, is it okay to go live every time, or any pre-recorded video? If you want any pre-recorded video. And the guys that are watching, I can see that there are 7 concurrent viewers on my studio app. Guys, please leave like and feel free to hang out on chat. Let's discuss. So this thing old line, this name is wrong because we don't want line. It's a old file content, and it's a new file content. It's not a new file, it's a only content. Let's do this content. Mm, okay, so I have change info. I need new content. So I have old previous content on the top, right? Have new content, says content. All right, now I can return this thing, and maybe I can say, I can like print those things. So guys, I think the stream should be going well. Feel free to hang out on chat, people. All right. So now that no one is asking, let me tell you what I am going to do with this application. So currently I'm tracking for these changes. Uh, so now I will not polish it. This part I know there are like there can be too many bugs and it can be polished. But I just want to create many bugs and it can be polished. But I just want to create a raw application first. So what I'll do after this, when I detect the changes from the file and all, I will switch to the network monitoring part as well. So once I complete this, I will make some changes to make it uh, CLI kind of thing, right? So from the terminal, I will say, okay, monitor network, then it will monitor the network calls. If I say monitor files, then I will pass the directory and then it will watch that directory. So I'm planning to do so. I will monitor network calls after, and firstly this thing. It is completed by now. I mean, I'm just need to beautify this thing. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Now I have this checked if, so I have this result. Now what I can do, I can print it over here. Okay. So maybe I could create another function that will return this more sophisticated like print statements and all. But for now let's do here. So I have old content, new content, and change info I have lines and all. So one thing I can do, I will make few print statements over here. If I want to say test, if I do this, okay, no problem. Is a test and updated file. Now before that, let me just do this. Now I can see the total changes are 4 and the file status is modified. Now how 4? Let's try to figure out. So earlier it was this is a test, right? The second change was these space I think and update file, right, and enter. So the 4 changes are there, so that's why total changes are 4. Now if I want to see what file has been added, so what it should the if the response that we got, it should have 3 line changes, right? 3 line added and no line modified, no line removed, but 3 line added. So let's do that. Right, if I do this thing over here again, I will print a statement. I'll say what I want to show. I want to show the message, right? The file changes message changes dot message. So I need to iterate on this thing with line number and all. So maybe I can filter those things. Let me just create a separate function for that. I will pass this result over there. I'll say self dot print results, right? It will take a result. Okay, now let's do that over here. Fn print results will take self and uh, result that is of type file change status. It will return a string. Okay. For now let's say string dot from. Okay, right. So I'll say that found for mutable and mute. Okay, we'll do this thing. So let uh, statement to print statement. We'll say this thing, and we'll print this statement over here. Okay, it says mismatch file changes. Let's go over here. Method not found mute file watcher. And mute file watcher. Does it? Okay, so it takes, I think, the mutable of self, right? Yes, so here I need to do this part. Hmm, expected file state change status, but I got this thing. Uh, will this work? Because I'm only reading these files, right? I'm not updating it, so I will not pass a mutable of self. I Let me just grab water. Guys, if you are watching this, please leave a like. Come on, man. We have 31 views till now. At least come on the chat and say what you're doing. How is the day going? I know it's tough to see someone working on Saturday. I mean, but uh, give me a minute. I'll go and grab some water. Guys, please let me know if the stream is shitty. All right. Okay. So I have this result. Now what I'll do, because I have this thing. So what I'll do, I will say let I will say so because on the file change status, I have this changes vector where I have all these things, right? All the enum type that are added, removed, or something like that. So we can filter that thing out. Does that make sense, guys? We can filter it, right? filter it based on the type. Guys, can we hit 250 today? uh, Someone, I think, unsubscribe my channel. Oh god, I've got 228. Yesterday it was 229. Okay, so we have this thing that we copied from the that thing, right? No, 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 no. Can say print ln. Should I use this new line? Changes, right? We have changes. We can say this. This thing. Now we can systematically show. That's what we did earlier, right? Mm, we keep giving new lines so that we don't have to on the start. So we can say total changes equal to, so the total changes are result dot change info. This is a vector dot length. Okay. uh, these are the total changes. Now we can also show, so we can show, okay, this line has been added. Okay, and where we have maintained the lines, we have maintained the lines on file changes of this change info, right? So we can run loop on it. Hello, hello, take oops, what's up? So we have change info on this, right? So we can run it over here. File changes. So we need to run loop to show lines. I mean, we can show that. If not, it's okay. Hello, hello, Takeops. How are you, buddy? What's up? How your day going? I am an UNI student and I know C++ is Rust good to learn. Yes, C++. If you know C++, that is good too. You don't have to switch to Rust. That's all right. But it's good thing to learn Rust. Just, it have it as a tool. So it's not bad to learn Rust. If you have time, if you can manage, you can do that. No problem. So we can say for we can change uh, in we have result dot change info dot no we need to show result dot this vector, right? So we'll say result dot change info. So I hope this answers your question, uh, TechOps. So what are you planning to like do with C++? Just asking. Are you like serious about it or you just because it's taught in university and all? Why not use item 2? I have used it. I have used item 2. I have used Ghosty. I mean, I'm using Ghosty. So item 2, I used it. So the one thing that I had problem in this was with this terminal. So if I open the terminal, it will not open it as I'm in second year, no basics of it, want to make more project. So I thought Rust would be great to learn. Yes, you can learn Rust maybe, but I mean, you have to like compete because there are fewer opportunities for a beginner unless you like stand out of the crowd and all. So, but it's a good thing to like learn. So yeah, the issue with the item was if I open the new tab and all, I was not getting it. Uh, Let me just show you what changes I. So if I go here and open a new tab, so with item it was there was some issue with this, and I was facing quite issues with this, so that's why I switched. Also, I think the ghost is very lightweight and all. Maybe I should have an item over here, or I have removed it. Yeah, I have removed it. Okay, so now I want to show here line this, uh I can say added, removed or something. So on the change dot line number, and I can say change dot type. So here I will get, first of all I'll get changes, total changes, whatever. Then I'll get line by line, like this, that line this added, line this removed, right? So I need a new line here as well. I heard about the concept of borrow checking in Rust, but find it hard to grasp it. Yes, I mean, I have asked question on like many platforms, that is it feels normal to get humbled by this. Sometimes I feel that I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think that is this is the part of learning, and it will come with the, like, as soon as you develop things, you will learn from the errors only. I mean, I don't know if you want to like read theory or just do practical and all. So, what is the name of your university? Yeah, that is the only. So we also don't know it. When we used to learn Java, we were just focused that okay, we have to do it. So there is one, we have books and all. We type on the computer lab. We just type things, be it C or Java or something. We didn't go there. So it's not a problem with your friend. It's the problem with the entire teaching thing. So how is your batch? I mean, do you have some like solid people? Okay. I am from okay, it's in Bangalore. I my college was like tier 1000 college in Roorkee, you know. So we didn't like get to implement things and think in that way. Okay, good. So how okay, so is it first sem or are you in final year or so? Mm. Content. What content has been changed? So I'll say change dot. I have line number to have message. Mm, I'll give a new line as well. So cannot move out of this thing. So maybe this third sem starting next month. All right. So you'll be in second year. So I mean, are there some solid people on your batch? Some guys like working something different, or you guys planning to do something? Because in my experience, if you start from the very first, it will help you. Like, you should not wait for later. So just start from the very first, you know. So this thing over here, now what? we if we want to print result, then we will have this thing, this thing, this thing. Now I want to show some more info over here. I want something like a kind of summary that total this added, total this removed, total this modified. So we already have this changes, right, based, so we can filter it out like we said earlier based on the enum that we have created, the change type enum. Okay. Yeah, few people are hardcore on learning, and we have an antenna making project for IEEE showcase. Awesome, man. Great. That's good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, just stick with them or for those like with those people and start from the very beginning, because you have to do like hard work one time, either in college or after college, or so why don't make it in college? After college you will have everything like multiple things to handle. That's great. Now let's print something over here. uh, if I want to say that okay, this line added and removed, let's filter out few things. So let added. Have you applied to Google Summer internship or open source I did open source contributions. I No, I haven't applied for Google some. My bad luck was after I passed college and worked for around like 2 3 years, I don't even know there was something called GSOC. I just like when I got a remote job and I have the time to explore like these things, then I know that okay, this is the thing, open source contribution and all. Trust me, I didn't even know. But I don't like some people just for points make garbage for like a, yeah, yeah. I mean that's a different thing. That's all right. No, I mean that's a different thing. But this GSOC kind of thing and all, I don't even know after like 3 4 years of college. And open source what is open source contribution, I didn't even know. When I saw that okay, there is something called open source contribution, I contributed well for like some companies that applied for GSOC. And yeah, I don't even know the name for two three like companies I did that, so it was a very decent experience. And those get accepted as well. Yes. Uh, and then when I just the I liked it, that part, that open source contribution, then I started searching on GitHub. Then I just messaged few people that okay, can I work on this thing? And one thing is I have noticed that there is some pattern going on that people are pushing, even like changing the readme file and do a push and count it as a P like create PR for that. I didn't do that. I just I like to learn OpenGL programming, C++, and have some repository. Okay. So what I did was as soon as I do a change, I mail to the maintainer that okay, this is what I'm doing. Can I do that and all? Yeah. So I was very crazy in past few years about open source. I was very much fond that, and I was in a guild that I didn't notice it in my college and all. That's what why I'm saying that start from the very beginning and stick with the peoples that are solid. You have a good college. I think it's in Bangalore. Like some excellent crowd would be there. Okay, so what we do? We'll say and result dot change info. So we have file change info, right? Change info dot iter. What it does, it returns an iterator over a slice. Mm-hmm. So we have this thing. Now I need to filter this thing. So as you can see, if I do a filter, I need a this thing, right? So I can use a closure over here, and this has change type, right? So whatever I do filter, I have an item and I can filter on this the change type, right? So let's say item over here, and I can say item dot change type equal to changed type dot added, right? I have this item. This filter item, what it does, it from that vector, it filtered out the added type. So there, if there are two added counts on them, it will have two added items from the this thing. It's like JavaScript filter method. But I need something like that. Okay, this much line has changed, this much line has changed, so I need a count of them. Cannot be applied. But why? Uh, change type must implement partial EQ. So let's go over here and do partial EQ. Now, uh, no change. Let's remove this thing because we haven't implemented this. So let's implement partial EQ over here as well. Binary operation cannot be applied. File changes. Maybe we shouldn't do that, but let's see. Okay, so now let's go where were we? Change type. Uh, we were maintaining this thing, right? Yeah. So I have this count. Okay. So now I need this for, I'll copy this. I need this for modified and removed. I use do and Vim is also nice. Okay. Mm-hmm. Doom. Okay. Emacs. Yeah. That's good. Uh, change type. I'll say removed. Then I will do modified. Change type modify iter. I'll say name it di modified. I'll say remove, and now here I can say it prints, right? So instead of this thing, why I'm returning it, I can print it from here, right? So there is no statement needed. I can simply print ln. uh, Added this much lines, removed this much lines, and modified this much lines. Do we have new line over here? Okay, we can do that. Now we can simply say added what is happening? Added, removed, modified. I use Bloom Emacs. Hmm. So NixOS, okay, that is great. So I have print result and all. So I have this entire thing, right? And based on that thing, I can do that. Let's do, let's check print result is there. Uh, let's not do this because we are already printing it. Right now, let's go over here and say this, remove this file. I'll say thing, okay, again, okay, same file. Now let's generating the file. Now let's see how it goes. Okay, so it says changes, total changes 3, lines added, updating, line 4 added, the, and line 5 added file. So I have added 3 things. Updating the file. So on line 3, 4 and 5, it's showing the proper info. Okay, so it says added 3 lines, removed 0, modified 0. Now let's do this thing as well so that we can have the count for removed and modified as well. Uh, Maybe like you can have it and modify the code to print it some get style and all, like red for this and this. Trim the file, this string as well. Let's modify this thing. So let I will remove this thing so that I can have the remove kind and some more info. I'll remove the last, that 1 2 3 4 5, line 5 and 4. So there should be 2 remove changes for line 5 4 and 5. And on line 2 I will modify it to env envir environment, and updating to updated. So on line 2 and 3 it should be modified. There is no line added and line 4 5 removed. So and these changes should be there. Let me just do some thing over here so that I can have a proper this thing. Now let's uh, you know what, let's not do this thing. mm, let's do this. So I can say oh and do this. All right, this way I have the file open. Now here I can see total changes to line 2 modified, line 3 added, removed 0, modified 1. Removed is not working. I have modified the Choshi to environment, that is fine. I have added, updated, but it should be removed, there is some issue. Can you tell me what is method chaining and how in what order it executes? I use okay method chaining. Let's learn it. With common method code sequentially on an object, improving code readability fluency, topically achieved by having some method within the object itself. And therefore involving using struct functions and text. Method chaining can also be achieved by returning a reference to self. In addition to these approaches, there are more advanced techniques for method chaining. Hmm. Let's go over here. Mhm. Function style is usually shorter. And here is an example of function style. With functional, okay, chaining method means to put array in a single statement. That's what we are doing, right? Method chaining. Hmm. So I think, yeah. So this is the method chaining that we did over here, right? I am not well versed with the like definition and all, but I think this is called method chaining. This thing like this, where we did, where we were using iter and all. Yeah, this. This is method chaining, where you chain multiple method. So this is the definition of method chaining. That's what we are doing. Yeah, if you are preparing for theory and all, it's good. What is method chaining? I know it now. All right, so we need to figure out why removed doesn't work, right? Because we have removed line 4 and 5. That was the expected behavior. So let's see where we implemented removed. Handle content change. Remove kind file. Mm, modify kind, content change, collection, hash collection, check diff. So on the check diff, we are maintaining this thing, right? So let's see. We have added, we have removed. So if I have some old item and I don't have this thing over here, I'll say the change type is removed. Hmm. So what we did, if I go this line by line, I have removed the last two lines, right? So on the newer part, when as soon as I update, I have the old. Okay, so I think I need to store it somewhere as well. Uh, so let's understand one thing first. Wherever I'm printing this thing, wherever I am printing this thing, let's check for this as well. So just a to do to remove this uh, print println, so it will be content collection. So I have self dot content collection. All right, now if I have the self dot content collection, I will check whether it's a update or not. All right. Okay, is it right to left or left to right when the method is called? So I think when we use, so let's understand by this. Yeah. So if I create iter, then it will be left to right, right? So I have change info, I will iterate, then I will filter it, and so it will be left to right. So from the change info, I will iterate it, I will filter it, then whatever I got the count. So it is left to right, right? It is left to right. So it won't be like first it will count, then filter and all. All right, no problem. See you later. So added lines, remove lines and all. So let's see how this, what happens in this content collection. Mm, let me just read this thing. Mm, Txt. Wait, updated. If I remove this thing and do this, I'll have a new file. Now let's see if remove worked, and I modified this line. Okay, so now I have removed one lines, modified one lines, added zero lines, modified. So the content removed was environment, modified was VIPI2 Vipin. So I think it's picking up right now. So it might be the issue with the the thing we are calling, because it's a in-memory data structure. So as soon as I refresh this thing, this it will take it as a new file. So if I keep on doing that, it will pick the right events, right? Let me just do it again. So if I go over again and I'll say okay, I'll say method, I'll say chaining, I'll say theory, right? Or maybe add few things like Bangalore. So if I do this, I have zero, but I have added these things, right? So if the total changes are two, modify is this modified environment to this, right? added method. Oh, okay, one more thing because as you can see, this thing is not updated. So as soon as I update the file, modify the file, I need to update the new content on the content collection. Okay, so if I do this modify, I am checked if print this thing. As soon as it's modified, new content in previous. Okay, as collection checked if I need to print the like add the new collection here as well. So I'll say self dot uh, content collection dot entry, right? We have already done that, so let's copy that thing from there, this thing, right? Maybe we should do an entry because we need to update that part, if I add another one, then it will do. So if I do this, we can, yes, because it's modified, so we can say, right, so we'll say if let some content equal to self dot content collection dot get mute. We have a path. What we'll do, we'll say content is equal to we have new content. Okay, now this is updated. The method has been like running again. So now all the changes will be restored because it's a in-memory data structure. So we'll have to do everything from the front. But now we can say, as you can see, even after the modifying file, the previous content was not updating on the hash map. So this time it will get updated. All right. Okay. Great, great, great. We have one sub more. We have 2 to 9. All right, people. If you like this stream, please leave a like. And I think we have implemented this part over here where we can see what content has been changed and removed. You can beautify it later. Let me just push this code on GitHub. Mm, so, all right. So this code is on the branch. You can pull this thing, and you can try to like add those things over here. I mean, you can beautify it or just do your thing, right? Try to make it more human readable. And for now, I think the basic structure is done. We were able to figure out, okay, the event, as soon as we update something, the event got fired, update event, and we are able to track this thing over here as well. That what content has been changed, either the lines has been added, removed, or something like that. Again, I am again like specifically telling that this is absolutely the not the worst way, but a beginner's way, or the to do this kind of thing, right? There are many algorithms. There is an algorithm called Mayer's algorithm. That's what I read while implementing this thing, that it should be implemented like that way. Okay, or maybe like figure out what are the recent addition or removal on that, and based on the cache we can implement that. But if the file is small, like 1 or 2 lines, this makes you able to think in that direction, that how we can detect the changes, how we can use these data structure to do so. Okay, try to take this pull and run it on your local maybe, and try to modify this thing. If you have any question, feel free to ask, feel free to improve this thing as well, you know. So feel free to do that. So on next time what we'll do, we'll try to make it CLI. Currently we have the file path and all hard coded. We'll make it a CLI application where the user will from the terminal it will add the directory to be watched. Second thing that we do from here is we will also monitor network calls from here as well. So we will implement some other feature and all that will implement the monitor that will monitor the network calls. So when this thing will be, I mean the when these two features will be ready, what it looks like is as soon as you run this application from the CLI, you will be able to give commands that okay, monitor network, monitor file, this directory, or something like that. If you want a detailed, we will also like filter these things, that if you want to check only diff so that it will be fast, you can use this hash string feature, right, where it will only show you a flag that okay, file has been updated. If you want a more detailed and time consuming thing, then you will go for this thing like okay, what content has been changed, right? So yes, we will go it in. We will implement this thing later. Definitely, we will implement this monitor part, monitor network calls part. That's what I'm excited about. So we can do that. Give repo link. Might check it. Okay, I'll give you the repo link. Okay, what are hard-coded values and how to improve it? Now this sounds suspicious. The guy like you is using NixOS and all, and so hard-coded values are the one which that you manually write it in form of a string or somewhere in between the code. You can improve it by either you giving it in env files and all. Just make sure to don't push the env file with secrets. And one more thing, you can like make it dynamic as well, so that it is the string that you are fetching it from somewhere is being used, not somewhere like manually written. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, whoever joins. And we have one subscriber today. So thank you, whoever subscribed. Thank you very much for hanging out. Take care. See you later. Bye bye. And feel free to criticize this stream and my other videos as well. Check out those. All right. Bye bye. And please make sure to like pull it in your local and try to improve it. Fix these and uh, yeah, let's improve this. Let's learn together. See you later. Bye bye.